Welcome back to Clutch Them Pearls. We're going to be talking about today Austin Drummond. In just 1 week, a 7-month-old was abandoned on a stranger's lawn. 4 family members were shot to death in the woods. Now the suspect, Austin Robert Drummond, is in custody. Today he was in court, and you're also going to be hearing some of the shocking stories that took place during his capture. It is truly mind-blowing. We're going to get to all of that on the other side of this.
So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only a day. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. Yeah, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is August 7th, 2025. It is currently 12:46 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello. Hello, everyone. There is all kinds, and I mean all kinds, of breaking news coming out on Austin Drummond. Court was just a little bit ago, and we're going to watch those, but there is, yeah, haha, yes, take a seat and buckle up because your mouth is going to hit the ground when you see this. I am not even joking, guys. This man, Austin Drummond, is a very, very dangerous man. And I mean, we obviously know that he's had attempted murder in prison. He murdered 4 of his essentially distant family members. Even if it's perfect strangers, it doesn't matter. You're a violent person. But whenever the DA made that letter and said Austin Drummond is not fit to be out of prison, you're going to hear something today. You're going to hear many things, actually. And you're going to be like, he was so right. So right. Yes, so right. So we're going to get into all of that. But first, what I need from you guys, if you would be so kind and please hit that thumbs up button, would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It tells others to watch this video, and it really, really helps out. It's a free way to support the channel, and it would mean so much to me, truly. If you would also share this live out on any of your social media platforms, I would be so thankful. You don't even know. I would be so thankful. So we're going to get to it. There's a lot. I don't even know where to start, to be quite honest with you. We've got some documents that we're going to be showing today from his past. Buckle up for that. And thank you so much, Donna, for sharing. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Y'all are so sweet. Really do appreciate you. You've been hardcore covering this case, dedicated. Yes, yes. This case, I think, I don't know, every case, for me, there's a different feeling. They all have a similar feeling, but there's a different feeling. And with this case, it feels so raw, and it feels so cold, very cold. And I just can't, it's really sad that this happened. Very senseless. All right, guys. So, and again, there's some things that has just dropped while I was going live. Yes, that's a very good, I would recommend watching Brian Inton's live or video. It's a very good video as well. I don't know if we'll be able to watch it here, some of it here today, because I've got so much. I don't even think I'll get to it. We have other lives today planned, and so I don't know, but I highly recommend going and looking at that for sure. Okay. All right. So without further ado, we're going, there's family members that speak out and all of this. All right. Before we get to the court, I want to show you this. Oh my God, guys. I can't even. Let me drop this link real quick. And credit will go to ABC 24 Memphis. Y'all ready for this? Make sure you hit that thumbs up, please. Do we need a trigger warning? It's all a trigger. It's all a trigger. I can't even, I mean, sometimes we give trigger warnings, but listen, this is true crime. It's not easy. These are human beings. These are real lives that we talk about, and it's just part of it, and it's all a trigger warning. You know what I mean? Just need to pray for the souls that this evil person has taken. We're going to get to the documents that just came out. We got a lot to talk about. Really do appreciate you guys being here today. And let's get into it, shall we? Okay, let's go.
In 12 hours, the man accused in a quadruple murder will find out if he'll get out on bond as he awaits his trial.
You ain't getting out.
Austin Drummond is scheduled for his first court
No,
appearance
ma'am.
tomorrow morning. He is in custody after an intense week-long search. And new
Listen to
tonight,
this.
we are hearing from a Jackson neighbor who found herself in the middle of that manhunt. ABC.
See, I thought this kind of went out. I thought it went out without a hitch, right? Because they got him. I think the call came in at like 9:56, and by 10:05, 10:06, it was over. He was arrested. I thought this went easy peasy. It didn't at all.
24's Ezekiel Telemaco talked exclusively with the woman whose backyard became part of the search perimeter. Ezekiel.
That's right, Pepper. Shannon Jackson told us it was a groundkeeper who first stumbled across Austin Drummond hiding in a pool house right next to her home. She says that discovery triggered a neighborhood lockdown in which the hunt brought Drummond to her backyard.
Listen to this.
Neighbor's groundskeeper came across him in the pool house, called the police at 8 o'clock. The whole neighborhood went in a shelter in place, lockdown. And I think probably about 45 minutes later, he was captured.
The final moments of a days-long manhunt played out just feet from Shannon Jackson's backyard.
Yeah, I mean, he was camped out over here, and the video surveillance was at this house over here. So there's no question that he was traversing probably between the two properties, and my property line goes back into these woods. So
can you imagine how scary that would have been? So one of the guys that was arrested, he did a video and he was talking about Austin Drummond, and he said he is one of the most, this was his terms, vicious white dudes I've ever met, if not the most vicious, quote, white dude he ever met. And he just does not care. Whatever is in Austin Drummond's way, he will get rid of. We still don't know the motive to why this happened. I think we're getting more clarity as the last couple days have went on, but will we ever get that answer? I don't know. I really don't.
he's been around.
What she learned from the groundkeeper made it even more real.
He did tell my husband that he did point a gun at him.
Listen.
And he dropped to the ground, which I believe startled Drummond, who then took off running.
Do you hear that?
The groundkeeper made it even more real.
He did tell my husband that he did point a gun at him, and he dropped to the ground, which I believe startled Drummond, who then took off running.
Now, did Drummond do that, or did the neighbor point the pew pew? I think it was Austin that pointed a pew pew toward her. And let me tell you something. You know, the only thing that saved him was he was being looked for. He was being looked for. If Austin Drummond there was not this man, this huge search for him, he would have taken that man out. He would have taken him out, no problem. Not blink twice about it. Right? But that would have given more attention to the area. Yeah, sounds like the neighbor and the groundkeepers. Yeah. I thought this went off without a hitch. We all did. But no bueno. No bueno. Confusing the way she said it. Yeah, she kind of said it a little, but it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't even know if I'd be able to speak if I was her.
Jackson showed us her view of where authorities say Drummond was hiding.
And see the pool house. Beyond the garage, the pool house is the shorter building. It looks like there's a little screen down.
Sure.
Yep. That's where he was.
She also believes that's where officers recovered drugs and...
Yeah, so we were at the wrong house the other day when I showed it.
Building. It looks like there's a little screen down.
Listen to this.
Yep. That's where he was.
She also believes that's where officers recovered drugs and guns.
I think that the weapons and the drugs that they found were in the pool house. At least that's my understanding.
While Jackson never knew.
Yep. So he had rugs, pew-pews, and all kinds of things in this pool house. Right? All of this. Which means there was people arrested for, allegedly aiding him, tampering with evidence. And now we see why. Because someone had to help him. Someone absolutely had to help him. Otherwise, he couldn't have, made it this far. So there's that. Crazy, isn't it? It's crazy, y'all.
Of Drummond personally, she knew of him and his past.
One of her friends went to middle school with him, to a private school
walking in the woods
here in Jackson. So he started off great.
I agree.
He had great opportunities.
I agree, Grandma.
And something got the best of him, and it could happen to anybody.
With Drummond now in custody, Tabor Jackson is still shocked by just how close this hit to home.
How lucky are we that he has been right here in our neighborhood and hasn't been violent again.
As her family.
This is not a neighborhood you would have expected Austin Drummond to be in, right? This is a gated community. It's, really expensive homes, middle upper class, and he's just chilling out in a pool house. Many of these people are older, have multiple homes, travel a lot, and he was just there. Now, was he there the entire time that he was on the run? I don't believe so. It still amazes me that he was out walking in, by the woods the morning he was captured. Like, out where people can see him. And I just can't imagine, if I was in that position, I wouldn't want to be out where people could see me. I would want to be tucked away as much as possible. But then you also don't know if somebody's going to come in the house, the pool house or whatever. So
family stayed vigilant during the lockdown. She said she found comfort in being prepared to defend herself if necessary.
How scary is it knowing that somebody who was in jail for 13 years was able to get their arms on a rifle so easily?
Well, I have a loaded gun in my nightstand, and so I was able to sleep easy. I I think that we all need to have the opportunity to keep and bear arms, because somebody like that is going to get their hands on a gun regardless.
And with authorities being on her property for 2 straight days in search of Austin Drummond, Shannon Jackson says she's thankful for the response from law enforcement.
The law.
Live in studio, I'm Ezekiel Telemanco. Pepper?
Yes, and now that he's captured, I'm sure that entire neighborhood is sleeping a little bit more.
So isn't that just wild? That is just crazy to me. All right, so couple court hearings this morning. Let me show you this before we do that, because there's so much stuff that just came out. Okay, this is what I want to show you.
Inside of the pool house where he had apparently been hiding out and had either a rifle or a shotgun. He yelled and pointed that at me.
Due to Drummond's alleged gang affiliation, this man asked us not to show his face or share his name, but he is sharing what happened as he stared down the barrel of a rifle Tuesday morning with an accused murderer's finger on the trigger.
He ran toward me at first, which really made me take off, and he had the gun, so I felt like I could get, away from him if he didn't shoot. But I ran through the woods into the middle of Pleasant Plains and flagged someone down and used their emergency phone.
So Austin Drummond is up in this fat ass house, right? In $1 million plus house. Well, Austin, you're in a several $1 million house now, and it's expensive because the taxpayers pay that, but it's not quite as cushy, I assure you, and you'll never get that ever again. Thank you so much, Miss Holly. Really do appreciate your support and idea. Good to see you. Thank you, my love. Thank you, love. Appreciate you. So, yeah, he's in the big house now. Yes, he is.
You can call 911 from there.
He says before finding Drummond, he was aware of the manhunt and just how dangerous investigators say Drummond is. He says he thanks God he lived to tell the story.
I do feel blessed, very blessed is the word that I can, because he could have easily, he had two guns right there loaded. It's just he and I back here. He could have killed me, and I can't thank God enough for making it.
He adds, there's a singular sense of dignity he will now carry, knowing he helped in the capture of a man accused of the murders of 4 people.
I feel super blessed myself from surviving that, but my heart goes out to the families that are all, it's a terrible, tragic thing, and I'm so glad for the people that got him into custody.
That man, like so many people across the Mid-South, says he's awaiting the legal process to play out in court so he can find out why this happened in the first place.
Sometimes we don't get the why, though. Sometimes we don't get the actual why. We might in this case, but I still don't know. I still don't know if we'll get the why or not. All right, so let's go to a Austin Drummond's court hearing from today. And another one happened today as well, just a little bit ago. This was, I can't remember the second one. We'll find it out in a second. But without further ado, we're going to get started on this. Guys, please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Would really appreciate that. If you're new here, welcome. We really do appreciate you. Consider hitting that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. You don't want to miss what's going on up in here.
This morning that you have before the court is one count of first-degree murder. It's alleged that on the 29th of July, Mr. Braden Williams was located deceased from apparent gunshot wounds on Carrington Road in Tiptonville in Lake County, Tennessee. During the course of the investigation, it was determined that Mr. Drummond did with premeditation, knowingly and intentionally kill Mr. Brayton Keith Williams with the use of a firearm. It's alleged he did commit this offense also while being in possession of a firearm after being convicted of a felony, being aggravated robbery in Madison County, Tennessee. He has one count, therefore, of first-degree murder and unlawful possession of a firearm. Second charge you have, sir, is first-degree murder and one other count of unlawful possession of a firearm. It's alleged during the course of investigation that James Wilson
that just happened.
Was located deceased from apparent gunshot wounds in Lake County, Tennessee on Carrington Road. It was determined that you with premeditation knowingly and intentionally killed Mr. Wilson with the use of a firearm. It's also alleged, based on the same facts or circumstances, that you are a convicted felon out of Madison County. In addition to that, sir, you also have one count of first-degree murder and unlawful possession of a weapon. It's alleged that during the course of investigation, officers determined that Mr. Drummond, with premeditation, knowingly and intentionally killed Miss Adrianna Williams in Lake County, Tennessee, on Carrington Road. She was discovered from an apparent gunshot wound, deceased. In addition to that, he also is a convicted felon out of Madison County, Tennessee. You also, sir, have one count of first-degree murder and additional unlawful possession of a weapon. It's alleged during the course of the investigation, officers determined that you did with premeditation knowingly, intentionally kill Miss Courtney Rose with the use of a firearm. She was discovered deceased from apparent.
Look at all of the sheriffs there now and all the guards. Austin, those cushy days of prison are very much over for you. And with no uncertain terms, the DA said it won't be the same.
Gunshot wounds on Carrington Road in Lake County, Tennessee. It's alleged, in addition to that, sir, as previously stated, you are a convicted felon allegedly from the county of Madison in Tennessee. It's just that we'll be able to charge. I don't have anything to that.
He's not with, he doesn't got a weapon in his hands. You know what is crazy? We walk past people every single day that are really bad people, I truly do believe that most people in life are decent, right? Maybe not people you would hang out with or be friends with, but they're genuinely decent. But there are exceptions, like Austin Drummond, and doesn't care about anyone or anything other than what he wants.
Never mind. Sorry about that, Mr. Drummond. In addition to that, finally, he has one count of aggravated kidnapping.
I agree.
Possession of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. It's alleged that all of the victims in the count in the case that previously were mentioned were located deceased from apparent gunshot wounds on the same date. A minor child with the date of birth 12/12/2024 with the initials WW was discovered left in the front of a residence in Dyer County, Tennessee. States that Mr. Drummond committed the offense of aggravated kidnapping by false imprisonment, which was committed to facilitate the commission of a felony or flight. It's alleged he committed this offense also possessing a firearm during the commission of said dangerous felony. When he possessed a firearm, he therefore has those counts. General Goodman, is the state moving forward with felony charges in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Drummond, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you at this time on your behalf, being that you.
Some of their brains have anomalies as well. Yeah, I can't really say that as well, but I believe there is mental illness, but then I believe there are people that are just plain ass evil, just evil.
Not have counsel appointed or retained to represent you. Are you going to be able to hire an attorney, sir, to represent you, or will you need me to ask you questions about your finances to appoint you an attorney?
He got all kinds of money, G.
Okay. Sir, if you could, to the best of your ability, please raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give is true, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down, sir. Mr. Drummond, prior to being taken in on these charges, sir, were you working anywhere?
I had a business, inflatable ring business, kids parties, restaurant shows, decorations, stuff like that.
So you were self-employed, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is what I'm going to ask you, sir. Obviously, that may vary depending on how much business you generate monthly. If you could estimate for me what your monthly income would be from that business.
It varied, but it was around $4,000 to $6,000.
Okay. Okay.
How much did he say?
Business.
It varied, but it was around $4,000 to $6,000.
Okay.
Did he say 4,000 to 6,000 a month? The graphics, the subtitle said $60 a month. I know he didn't say $60. Yeah, 4,000 to 6,000. Okay, that's what I thought he said. I think he had a business, but he had was doing other business behind it if he had that.
Okay.
Excuse me, a lot of it, I was just starting up a lot of it.
This man hadn't been out of prison a year yet, right? Hadn't been out of prison a year and is back in prison after spending 12 years in prison. The absolute, all of his, right, like early adult years, right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, right? And went straight back. I don't get it. Like, I guess I don't get it. I think he's just so institutionalized.
Money to run right back in to invest in
When did you start the business, sir?
I started LLC in February. I believe I started operations just a month or two ago.
Just a month or two ago? Okay. Sir, let me ask you, do you own a home? Do you own a vehicle? I'm sorry?
I do in cities right now.
Okay. Can you tell me the make and model of the vehicle, sir?
And county laid through
Okay. You recall how much you paid for that vehicle?
$12,000.
Okay. Are you?
I know a lot of people was like, how did he get an Audi? How did he get an Audi? And nowadays, first of all, it was a very old Audi. Very old Audi. Nowadays, it doesn't matter if it's a Chevrolet or an Audi. You know, they all have base models, mid-range and higher range. Almost all vehicles they all compete with each other. So there's not a big price difference now between a Chevrolet and an Audi in the same class, in the same classes. It's really not. And it was like a 2003 or something like that he had.
Still, are you making payments on the vehicle?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have a checking or savings account, sir?
Yes.
Do you know roughly at this moment how much is in that checking or savings account?
$500.
General, I think due to the sort of uncertainty of his business, I think that based on that and the fact he doesn't own much personal property, I think he does qualify as indigent for appointment of counsel. I have reached out previously to Mr. Brian Huffman out of Covington, and he has told me he is willing to take the appointment in this case. So what I'm going to do is appoint Mr. Brian Huffman to represent Mr. Drummond in this case. Mr. Drummond, Mr. Brian Huffman is an attorney in Covington, Tennessee. He is going to be appointed in this case to represent you, sir. We're going to get his contact information to you, and also we're going to get his information for where to look, for where to contact him and locate him and be able to discuss your case with him. We'll be happy to get that to you, and we're going to send you his files to, and we're going to send your files to his office for him to review that. Okay. General, does the state wish to be heard on bond at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
He said like $100 in the bank or something.
Seek the death penalty. This is a capital case. We're asking that he be held without bond.
Amen. Yes, a capital murder case. We are asking the court to be held without bond. I'll speak approved. Order in the court. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
In addition to that, he has a bond out of circuit court. We have filed motions to revoke those bonds that will be heard later in the month of August.
Granted.
Mr. Drummond, what I'm going to do before I make a position on bond, I'm going to ask you some questions, sir. And if this information is not correct, sir, please just tell me if it is not, okay? Can you still hear me okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 16 O'Neill Oakway, Apartment E in Jackson. Is that a good address for you, sir?
Was.
54
Was.
Jackson, Tennessee, 3801.
Okay. How long have you lived at that address, sir?
54 O'Neill, 16 O'Neill.
I'll make it easier. How long have you lived in the city of Jackson?
Since I was released in September of last year.
Okay. Before you were incarcerated on your previous charge, where were you living at?
630 Road, Jackson, Tennessee.
Okay, so for the majority of your life, have you lived in Jackson, Tennessee?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any family in Lake County, Tennessee?
Yes.
I'm not going to ask him questions about whether he's a prior convicted felon. I obviously don't want to incriminate himself for that purpose.
He's incriminated
Folks in the state of
himself enough.
Tennessee, bond is a guaranteed right, with the exception of one incident, when it is a capital offense and when the proof is evident or is great. Based on the affidavits I have read here today, it does appear that for purposes of bond, in addition to not only what the statute says, but first and foremost, that it's the court's responsibility to take into consideration the safety posed to the community. The court finds that the defendant will be held without bond, and he'll be remanded into the custody of the Lake County Sheriff's Department, pending all appearances and hearings in this matter.
May I address one other issue?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, the state is also requesting a restraining order, not just as a condition of bond, but as a restraining order besides that. And that would be for the family of victims Courtney Rose, Adrianna Williams, Braden Williams, and James Williams.
Mr. Drummond, let me go over with you, sir, what the general has said.
I'm sorry. And also the minor child, WW, who was the minor child.
Yes, sir. I was going to include that, General, but I appreciate you mentioning that.
Okay.
Mr. Drummond, what I'm going to do is, this is something that obviously you do not have this in front of you at the moment. I'm going to be sending to you in a moment through one of our deputies to the jail. We're going to be sending you a form called Notice of Bond Conditions. What that's going to tell you is that you have bond conditions that you must follow. Obviously, if you are incarcerated, you will not be out on bond. But if you were to be granted bond at a later date, then these bond conditions would apply. But your bond conditions are: you should have no contact with any of the family members of the victims in this matter, the alleged victims in this matter, Miss Courtney Rose, Miss Adrianna Williams, Braden Williams, and Matthew Wilson. In addition to that, sir, you cannot possess a firearm under any circumstances, and you cannot have any contact as well with the minor child that's alleged to be involved in this incident. The court is also going to put a condition down that you must keep in contact with your attorney, Mr. Brian Huffman. In addition to that, sir, the court is going to issue restraining orders separate from your bond conditions that state you must not have any contact with these victims at all throughout the entire cause of action. The court is going to send those over to you. You will be served a copy of those. I told Mr. Huffman I did not discuss the possibility. I wanted to wait until he's officially appointed. If your office would like for me to go ahead and set another appearance date before the preliminary hearing, I'm fine to do that, Chairman. What's the state's
Yeah, we
position?
set the others for August 14th. We'd like to keep all these together and set that.
By the way, that address he gave there a moment ago, it's the same as Caitlin's address. It's the same as Caitlin. Allegedly, there is rumor that Caitlin broke up with him the day before the murders. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't really necessarily believe it. But yes, the address that he gave is the same one as the one, which I don't think Caitlin will be living there anymore, obviously. But you know, this isn't over. This is actually just starting. So, you know, there could be other arrests. We have no idea at this point. The DA told Brian Yenson they are in a relationship. Yeah. Well, they from what I've always understood that they were in a relationship until she found out.
Mr. Drummond, I'm going to continue your case to August.
I still say, I'm not saying she's did anything coerced or anything of that with Austin, but I feel like she has to know why, or at least something, right? You don't, you know, you don't do something of this magnitude and have a grudge against someone like that, and your boyfriend or your husband or someone not tell you something. So I don't get it.
It's the 14th, sir, at 9 a.m. Mr.
I mean, she really went over the line. Hey, girl, mom, good to see you, honey. She really went over the line, right? I mean, dating a prisoner. And I've got her letter of when she left the prison. We'll show you that today as well. So she went over the line. You know, you can't be dating a prisoner, and this happens more than we think. For people, you get, and listen, these criminals, they can smell them. The vulnerable women, especially, who work in prisons a mile away. They really can. They can tell a mile away. The one who's needs attention or whatever. Absolutely.
Huffman will be in contact with you prior to that to go over your case. And he will be able to hopefully answer any questions that he has for you, sir, okay? Or that you have for him. I apologize. We will see you back here then, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. As long as it's not related to the facts of your case or anything that could infringe on your Fifth Amendment rights, I'm fine with that, sir.
I'm just wondering, is now the time I need to ask for a quick speech trial, or how's that work?
Well, now that I've appointed you counsel, any motions that will be filed will go through your attorney, sir.
Yes. Justin, what are your thoughts about the death penalty? Tennessee, just yes. And I made mention of that the other day when we were talking about this. I say it can't come soon enough for Mr. Austin Drummond. However, by the time if he is executed, even if he does get the death sentence, it's going to be 20 years or probably more. So the guy that was just executed, in Tennessee. His case was from 88 or 98, 1988 or maybe 1988, because there is so much scrutiny around a death penalty case, right? And it cost it cost the taxpayer a ton of money. And also, for the state to go with a death penalty case, they have to be very confident that they have enough to say to jurors or a judge, if they would pick, mostly jurors, that yes, we will sign his fate, essentially, that it is overwhelming without any reasonable doubt that he did this with malice, he did this with intention, he did this with premeditation, all of those things, because the evidence is so scrutinized in a death penalty case that a lot of stuff that would go on in a regular trial will not go in on a death penalty case. So it is very, very much scrutinized.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. All right, folks. Case is continued to August 14th at 9 o'clock. Thank you. We are going to also take up Mr. Powell. I believe I was told that they're going to bring him over to you folks.
Okay. So there's that one. Now we have another one that was just in court right here. Look at this. They all had a little court hearing this morning.
Charges. Yes, sir, we are. Okay.
They all had a little court hearing.
Of the suspects who's accused of helping 28-year-old Austin. All right, now we are going to send you back to that courthouse where we have another one of the suspects who's accused of helping 28-year-old Austin Drummond avoid capture following the accused quadruple murderers. Let's listen in.
Thank you.
The extensive investigation has revealed that Mr. Powell conspired with Mr. Drummond and 3 other individuals to deliver contraband in the penal facility.
We just played it,
Lake County,
Cynthia.
Tennessee.
Go back and
Law
rewind.
enforcement surveillance observed the entire process of
Watch
the
it there,
events
darling.
above. This is a Class E felony, sir. In addition to that, sir, you have 1 count of criminal conspiracy. It's alleged that on the same date and time, based on the same facts or circumstances, it's the same facts of the previous warrant. It's alleged that you conspired with Mr. Drummond to deliver these amounts to the Lake County, to the Northwest Correctional Facility in Lake County, Tennessee. General, are these the only charges against Mr. Powell at this time?
Yes, they are.
Okay, is the state intending to move forward with felony charges?
Yes, sir, we are.
Okay.
Did they say deliver? Is that what he said? Deliver?
The events above, this is a Class E felony, sir. In addition to that, sir, you have 1 count of criminal conspiracy. It's alleged that on the same date and time, based on the same facts or circumstances, it's the same facts of the previous warrant. It's alleged that you conspired with Mr. Drummond to deliver these amounts to the Lake County, to the Northwest Correctional Facility in Lake County, Tennessee.
The same day. The same day. Is this from previous, or was this the day of the murders? I need to look at this document. I need to pull out the documents. When he was delivering rugs.
Against Mr. Powell at this time?
Yes, they are.
Okay, is the state intending to move forward with felony charges?
Yes, sir, we are.
Okay. Mr. Powell, let me ask you a question, sir. Are you going to be able to hire an attorney to represent you at this time, or would you like the court?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are going to be able to hire an attorney, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Reason I ask you is that if you.
Yeah, he's not going to ask Fat Fox. He's not going to ask anyone, you know, for $15,000. Yeah, snitch for $15,000, something like that. Isn't he the one that made that video?
We're not able to, I want to know, so I don't want to keep you in longer than you need to before we need to bring you back for a hearing. It's the reason I'm asking you, okay?
The girl is
has
next.
Your family,
We got the court hearing for the girl
has your
next.
family spoken to anybody about this, about hiring you an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you happen to know who
It
they
just
are?
happened.
Well, let me ask you this. I'll just cut to the chase. Have they hired an attorney?
I think today after this,
Yes, girl.
I have a discussion with them, and a couple of lawyers were supposed to call my people back today. So today I'll probably have some time this afternoon.
Sir, this is what I ask of you. If you are able to hire an attorney, if you do that, sir, what we'll need to do is have that attorney contact the clerk's office here to let them know they have been retained to represent you, so that we can be sure to send them all of your paperwork and your files, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am going to address bond at this time. If you would, please raise your right hand for me, sir. To the best of your ability. Yes, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is true, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you put your hand down, sir. Mr. Powell, let me ask you this, or let me tell you this, sir. Before we do anything, I want to advise you, if you've come back to court and you have not been able to do that, if you've not been able to hire an attorney, just let me know, and I'll be happy to still ask you questions about appointing you one, okay?
I couldn't hear you for a second.
I apologize, sir. If we come back to court and you have not been able to hire an attorney, just let me know, and I'll be happy to ask you questions about appointing you an attorney if you think you're not going to be able to hire one, okay?
No, sir, I have.
Okay, that's good. Just wanted to make sure. Mr. Powell, let me ask you, sir, this is the address that's listed on the warrant. I want to make sure that I have this address right, and if it's not right, please tell me, okay? I have an address of 1115 Willow Oak Lane in Jackson, Tennessee. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how long have you lived at that address, sir?
About 2.5 years.
Okay. Who do you live at that address with, sir?
Myself.
Yourself? Okay. Sir, let me just ask you this. How long have you lived in Jackson, Tennessee? All of your life? Okay. Have you lived anywhere besides Jackson, Tennessee?
No, sir.
Okay. Sir, let me ask you this. In the last 10 years, have you been convicted or charged with a felony offense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you still on parole or probation for that offense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, sir, can you recall what the charge was?
76.
Okay.
2019.
Yes, sir.
Schedule, maybe like 2 or 3.
Okay. How much time are you serving on that charge, sir?
10 years.
10 years. How much time do you have left?
How much do I have left?
5.5 left?
No, I got 9 left.
9 left. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. I apologize. Is there any other felony
Damn.
charges that you have had
Well, they
within the
can't
last
stay
10
out of
years in addition
trouble.
to that?
No, sir.
Okay. In the last 10 years, have
I
you been
mean-
charged or convicted of ever failing to appear in court?
No, sir.
Okay. General.
You're so funny.
Mr. Powell, let me ask you, sir, are you going to be able to post a $75,000 bond?
Possibly.
Possibly? Okay. Mr. Powell, this is what I want to do. General, since he's not 100% sure, I think I'm going to reset him to Monday morning to make sure if he does make his bond, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him on the docket on the 14th with everybody else. But just to make sure he makes his bond, we're going to continue the case to Monday, okay? Mr. Powell, I'm going to continue your case to Monday morning, okay? That's just to make sure you make your bond. You have some time, there's some time limits that go with these cases, and I want to make sure that we don't push you too far out and you're still in custody, okay? That's why I just want to have you back on Monday, okay?
If I don't make the bond by Monday, will the bond be lowered Monday?
That's something that your attorney will have to address with me.
sir, he also needs to be aware that there's a hold out of Crockett County for him as well.
Okay. Mr. Powell, they told me I don't know anything about this charge, sir. They just informed me there is a hold currently out in Crockett County, Tennessee for you. I don't know anything about the charge, but if you were to make bond, you would have to go to Crockett County to face those charges as well, sir, okay? Yes, sir. Okay. Mr. Powell, be aware. General. Yes, sir.
But I'm getting like right now, have a bond is $75,000.
Are you asking me why I'm setting that amount?
But I thought it meant by like a range by that fence.
Well, what it is, sir, is that when setting bond, I have to take into consideration a couple of things. Your nexus to the community. I didn't hear any testimony to indicate that you have any family here in Lake County, Tennessee, or have any business where you work in Lake County, Tennessee. So you don't have much of a nexus to the community. I have to consider that. In addition to that, the fact that you're currently on probation for a prior felony conviction, I have to take into consideration that, as well as the possible safety of the community. So that's the reason why the bond is a little enhanced in this case, is because you don't have much of a nexus to our county here in Lake County. You've been a resident of Madison County your whole life. If your attorney wants to address the bond, I'll be happy to let them do that, but we'll have to have them present here to argue that on your behalf, okay? So I'm going to continue your case to Monday morning. General, in regards to Mr. Powell, I did not hear in the warrants any interactions or anything going on in regards to Mr. Drummond's case that is currently. So the state is asking for a restraining order, and
That's the reason we didn't ask for one.
okay. I just wanted to make sure of that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Mr. Powell, I'm going to say your bond conditions are, sir, you must keep in contact with your attorney. You're not allowed to possess any drugs or alcohol, and you also cannot be charged with a new offense or fail to appear in court, sir. Okay. I'm going to continue your case on Monday morning at 9 o'clock, and we'll see you back here then, sir. Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Folks, this is a very different General Sessions court date. Most of the time we'll be in the courtroom, and I'm telling this mostly to our friends in the media, so that y'all do this for the future. We'll be here in the courtroom on those dates. We are a tiny county, in case y'all have not discovered that. You have now. So we will be, there is a jury trial that's getting ready to literally swap over, and we're going to hop out of here and go to City Hall. There's one other lady that is going to have a hearing in regards to these charges. Her hearing will take place at City Hall across the street. Okay, so bear with us. Okay, I apologize for any inconvenience, but I appreciate everybody's time.
Bond is $750,000.
This time, folks, we are in recess, and we'll go to City Hall across the street.
Okay, now we have one more court hearing today. Guys, if you're just joining us, please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. And consider becoming a Pearl member. We would love to have you. And subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I want to just show you here before we get to the other court hearing here. Look at this right here. There's so much, but this is where Caitlin was working at the prison, and this is a letter, and it says, "You have failed to report to work or call in the following dates: Monday, October 7th, 2024, Tuesday, October 8th, Wednesday, October 9th, Thursday, October 10th, Friday, October 11th. And then she went, I guess, worked she worked the 12th and the 13th. Monday, October 14th, she didn't work either. Tuesday, October 15th, no work either. Wednesday, October 16th, no work either. Thursday, October 17th, no work. Attempts have been made to reach out to you concerning your absence. However, no response has been received. Based upon the information outlined above, we consider you as having resigned, not in good standing from your position with this department. You will receive a lump sum payment for any annual or compensatory leave to your credit. compensated. You are required, it's so blurry, to return your state-issued property, e.g. keys, cell phone, state-issued identification, badge card, and other property belonging to the state government. Please contact NWCX Property Officer, redacted, and the phone number to arrange return any state property and pick up your personal items. As an initial probationary employee with this department, you are unable to appeal this separation. Though the appeal process pursuant to rules of the Tennessee Department of Human Resources, Chapter 1120-11. If any questions, you can contact the TDOC Employee Relations. So that's very interesting. And why I say that's very interesting is, when did Austin get out of jail or prison? When did he get out of prison? September 1st, 2024. So Austin gets out September 2024, and she is essentially doesn't show back up. And so therefore she's pretty much a no call, no show is what I call it. And they gave her a letter saying, you're not in good standing here. Bye-bye. So she essentially worked a little bit over a month after Austin was left the prison, which is interesting, right? It's interesting that this took place and all of that. So, okay. Do we have ICU? Do we have the link to her court? Hold on. I might have. Let me see her 1 second, guys. I thought I had her link to her court, but I don't know if we do or not. Okay. I see. Yeah, she wasn't fired. She wasn't fired. I need that. I think it's Jaden's court hearing. Does anyone got that link? Give me 2 seconds. My computer's running slow. If not, we're going to get on with the documents because these just came out. Here we go. Just dropped. Did they not give her did they not do a video for her? Here's who was the person Austin signal at the Church of the Night Season. I don't think he was signaling anybody. I really don't think he was signaling anybody. I think that was him like swatting a what is it, a bug or something like that. Or he was also on the rugs too, right? And if he's on the rugs, then hold on 1 second. Is it quiet? Okay. Yeah, she doesn't have one yet, but I'll read you the little details here on her hearing before we get started with the other stuff here. Okay. Here we go. So, no bond set for Sanders in connection with the Lake County homicides. Lake County, Tennessee, a woman charged in connection with the quadruple homicide in Lake County appeared in the Lake County courts on Thursday morning. Dyer Denise Sanders appeared by webcam during the court proceedings. An order of protection was issued for the family of the victims, and Sanders is to have no contact with them. No bond set for Sanders. Hold on, what am I getting? Okay. And let's see here. According to the affidavit, it was determined that Dyer Sanders did knowingly commit the offense of accessory after the fact, after the commission of a felony, with knowledge or reasonable ground to believe that Austin Drummond had committed the felony and was the intent to hinder the arrest, trial, and conviction of Austin Drummond. Sanders is charged with one count of accessory after the fact. Her next court date will be August 14th. And yeah, that's interesting. So, some people say that they were dating. I don't know. So there's that. Okay. Now, guys, get this right here. Look at this right here. Before we get to these documents, state suggests a $75,000 bond for Brandon, or did they mean 750? Oh, well, okay, it's 10%. I got it. Never mind. All right, here is some family of victims involved in Lake County quadruple homicide spoke to the media outside of the courthouse following Austin Drummond's arraignment.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, we don't really know what to say about it. It's got a horrible situation. We talk to courts. We don't even really know what to say. You know, it's we just let the police do. We've been very impressed from the beginning with how this has been handled, and it's just a really bad situation that we're in here, and it's just we know that we're going to get justice for our kids,
Absolutely.
for this whole family. So we're just trying to let justice take its course. And I don't really know what else to say.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Ma'am, what is your name, please?
This is Kim Hamill. This is Matthew's mother.
Can you show us your picture you have?
Blur her face out.
Please.
Yes. Is it Hamill, Hammel?
Hamil.
That's your first name, H-A-M-I-L.
Okay. Ms. Hamill, did you want to say anything with the judge's grant of, him being held without bond?
We're happy. We're happy that he doesn't have a bond. He doesn't need a bond. He's out on bond now. So why give him another bond? So we're very happy that he is not going to be making his bond and walking out. None of them are. They all deserve to pay for this. And why let him out? He's already out. So what's the point of letting him back out? He's already proven that he does stuff like this. So don't give him the opportunity to take somebody else's family.
Their whole family.
Because that's what I think people understand.
Yes, she is.
He took them all. It's not just the loss of our son.
I know.
It's the loss of our daughter-in-law, of Braden, of everybody, of Courtney. It's a whole family gone. You know, it's unbelievable. So we're going to be here every chance we get. We're going to be right here
Oh, interesting, Hope.
for our son, because he cannot be here. They love their daughter.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be here, won't we?
Yes, we'll be here.
How would you like the community to remember your loved ones?
Matthew was a good father.
He was a good boy.
He was a good brother. He was a damn good son.
And they loved their baby.
Absolutely.
They loved their baby. The whole family loved each other. That's the thing that people were forgetting.
Yeah.
We all loved each other, and nobody. It's just a really bad situation. We want everybody to remember Matthew. Everybody knows Matthew. Matthew grew up right there on that hill, running those streets of Dyer County.
Yeah.
Never been in no trouble, no nothing. And they need to keep that in mind and stop focusing so much on the morbid aspect of it. Because Matthew has siblings that are young that can Google all this. And
internet's forever.
Exactly. And people need to understand that there's children, there's minors involved in this.
Thank you, Nancy.
And that as a family,
You
we're
are
just
very
broken.
kind. Thank you so much.
Right?
Yes.
I just don't know. I don't know how to explain it. So.
Who's caring for the little girl right now?
She's in protective custody.
Okay.
And if you could, ma'am, could you
Please spell your
state your
name
name
again.
again?
Her name is Kim Hamill, Hamil.
Thank you.
Her name is Hamill, Hamil, and yours.
I'm Matthew Wilson, or Matt Wilson is my name. I'm Matthew's daddy. Thank y'all.
Thank you guys so much.
We are doing so good right now with the fund for the attorney's fees.
Okay. So there's that. Just the unimaginable grief that this family, they just laid Matthew to rest the other day and all of that. Burton was, oh, someone just sent me this. I didn't know he was there. God bless him. You know what? Burton has done a phenomenal job reporting on this, and I just give him an absolute round of applause because he has done this so respectfully. And it's sad that there are people that was giving him grief and stuff. Like, I know you're not going to please everybody, but he's done a really, really good job.
Before we leave Lake County, I thought we would do a live to see if you guys have any questions. You see behind me, this is one of my prettiest, this is one of my favorite spots in the entire state of Tennessee. This is where the Mississippi River runs through the edge of Lake County, and I believe that's Arkansas over there. And if you follow it, there's a bend up there where Arkansas is on your right and Arkansas is on your left, and Kentucky's to your north, and Tennessee, you're standing in Tennessee, and Tennessee's also behind you. Hey, we're going to reconnect for a minute. I don't know if we're going to keep it, but let's say this really, really quick. The main thing was Austin Drummond came to court. The judge entered a not guilty plea because the state moved that they're going to seek the death penalty. So then.
Okay. I guess he lost coverage there. Girl mom sent that to me. So this just came out moments ago, and it is detailed reports on the Drummond history of violence. Madison County, Tennessee, WBBJ has obtained new documents providing more information into the criminal history of Austin Drummond. Drummond is accused of premeditated murder of 4 individuals in Lake County and is facing 4 first-degree murder charges, aggravated kidnapping, and weapons charges. Newly obtained documents show Drummond is no stranger to criminal behavior. I'm going to show you those documents momentarily. A 2015 pre-sentencing report compiled by the Tennessee Department of Corrections reflects a violent criminal history, drug usage, and attempt at self-harm. I can't say what I wanted to say because YouTube would not like that, but because they don't like talking about self-harm. But the report was filed at April 10th, 2015, and submitted by Judge Roy Morgan, reflects an extensive history of running from law enforcement when arrested attempts were made on various charges. His history includes vandalism, vehicle burglary, drug usage, specifically marijuana. That's not a big deal, I don't think. Theft of property, as well as an assault on his brother. Think about that for one moment. He assaulted his brother, his family member. You assault a family member, nobody else means nothing to him, right? Nothing. Okay, now, Austin did assault his younger brother, Connor, by choking him. Austin then left the residence prior to JPD arriving. He was located around 1830 hours, walking on North Highland near North Side High School when Officer Chicote attempted to take him into custody. Austin jerked his arm away and began running. He was later located in a storage building on how do you pronounce it? Kamachi? That's what I'm pretty sure. I want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. He entered the building without permission of the owners. Read the report. So he's no stranger to breaking in and hiding at a place he's not supposed to be at, right? Love can be blind. It can, but I'm not sure you can fall in love with a prisoner, right? You're not knowing them outside in the real world, right? I think they sweet talk or whatever, and that's what they think love is. That's just my opinion, though. In 2012, Drummond was charged with domestic vandalism after cutting the screen to his bedroom window and leaving the home. He received charges in the incident after drug paraphernalia was discovered. He was also ordered to wear an ankle monitor, and he violated those terms multiple times. In 2011, defendant and other subjects were observed hitting the window of the concession stand at North Side High School. The observer stated that he phoned police and waited. Another person with the collar saw the suspect on the roof of the school. Officers arrived and confronted the suspect, who fled on foot. After a chase, the two were captured, according to the report. In the report, Drummond admits to his drugs of choice being marijuana and Xanax. The report also stated defendant chose counterparts, friends with a delinquent history. Additionally, the report reflects a history of self-harm incidents where Drummond made an attempt to harm himself by, I got to spell this out, Hanging, himself, using an what? Okay, using an allergy to create a potentially deadly reaction and trying to drown himself in the toilet. Okay. That's creative. You know, he's one that I'm really saddened that, in my opinion, allegedly it didn't work out for him, because there wouldn't be all of this death attached to his name. But that's just an opinion. What? Trying to Hang himself, using an allergy to create a potentially deadly reaction and try to drown himself in the toilet. You know, when he gets to the death penalty, maybe we should, instead of like lethal injection or whatever, maybe he would be okay with like bee stinging, right? Just thousands of bees. He can get that reaction if he would like, in my opinion. He will try it again. Probably. Probably. All right. Here is the document. Drown in the toilet. Yeah. Department of Corrections Investigations Report with the state of Tennessee. Austin Drummond, September 26, 2014. Honorable Roy Morgan Jr. This is Madison County Circuit. Courtney Simmons, defense attorney. All right, what do we got here? This is from 8/27/2014. He was living at Lynchburg Cove in Jackson, Tennessee. Oh, by the way, guess what? Austin Drummond has some aliases as well. What did I do with those? He's got some aliases as well. Let me see if I can find those real quick. I wanted to show you his aliases that he has went under is Courtney Starks. That sounds like a stripper name. Hi, what's your name? Courtney Starks. Yeah, that's one of his aliases. Another alias that he has is Tristan Pimptle. Tristan Pimptle. So, yeah, he's obviously went under some aliases in the past, which is quite interesting. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I want to show you these. It says he's 5'10" blue eyes. This was in 2014. Defendant was indicted by the Madison County Grand Jury for aggravated robbery on 4/28/14. This, along with other charges of aggravated robbery and aggravated kidnapping, were transferred to the juvenile court on or about 10/9/13. The second case was a no true bill for both counts on 4/28. Defendant requests a jury trial, and the trial was held on 8/27/14. After finding of guilt, the jury imprisoned a fine of $4,444.44. Sentencing is set for 9/26/14 at 9:30. We've seen the video to this, that part about what he did. There's no sense in. Let's see here. There is anything else here. I think that was the one for the, yeah, this was the store one. And this one, since defendant was bond over from juvenile court, he has no adult record. He does have quite a lengthy record from Madison County Juvenile Court. That record is as follows. Okay. At approximately 400 hours, 400 hours, JPD was in the area of MCO Road and Smithfield Drive. Boy, we've heard of MCO Road before, haven't we? We was just that is exactly, this is a very good example right here. He was on MCO Road, which is where they found his car. This is from 2013 or 2014. And he was there doing a crime. It shows you people go back to what they know, to what is familiar to them, right? And he certainly did that. It is a pattern of behavior. Bingo. Yes. Absolutely. Let's see here on MCO Road and Smithfield Drive regarding a possible vehicle burglary. Defendant and the unknown male were encountered. Officers attempted to place both subjects in custody when they both fled on foot. Austin ran into the woods and was later caught. He was charged with resisting stop, halt, and frisk. On 3/31/13, the manager of the Catfish Cabin of South Highland in Jackson talked with Deputy Rushing regarding someone smoking marijuana. Where was it? Hold on. On the in the restaurant's premises. Deputy Rushing began to pat Austin down, and he observed a baggie of green leafy substances right next to where Austin was standing. There was a digital scale, a Verizon phone. Austin was later standing. The deputy tried to cuff Austin, but he fled and was later found in a dumpster behind a nearby Verizon store, rather. Deputy Rushing took custody of the baggie and the shoes Austin dropped and found a digital scale with green residue on it. When Austin was taken into custody, he had a $400 cash on his person. He was transported and charged with possession with intent and resisting arrest. On 7/16/12, defendant was charged with theft of property and vandalism with over $500 in damages. And that on 7/16/12, JPD Officer King responded to a theft reported at Kroger's in University Parkway in Jackson. Kroger employee Jonathan Travis reported that a male subject dressed in black entered the store at 11:45 p.m., broke into the cash box at the register number 5, and fled the store. Store manager Frank Key, Frank, last name Key, Kee, determined the box contained $300 and that the box was destroyed. He identified employee Austin Drummond as the bagger at the register number 5 in the video. So he worked at this store, but he also robbed the store. Wow. Sorry about that. One second, y'all. Yeah. Kroger University is right by. Yep. On 8/28/12, Austin did assault his younger brother by choking him. Austin then left the residence prior to JPD arriving, Jackson Police Department. He was located around 1830 hours walking on North Highland Drive near the Side High School when Officer Chillicothe, I believe it is, attempted To take him into custody, Austin jerked his arm and began running. He was later located in a storage building on a trail. 6613, building without permission of the owner. He was taken into custody and transported to JDC. 6613, Judge Christy Little committed defendant to the Department of Children's Services after hearing the above matters have been made, service rendered to eliminate the removal of said child from his home, including outpatient counseling placement in 3 separate facilities, River, Quest, and Lakeside, and Compass on 2 separate occasions. Wow. So they had tried to put him in 3 or 4 locations as a juvenile, and apparently he either left or got kicked out, it seems, allegedly. Just was not a good teenager, right? Oh my God, you're late, Sherry. Oh my God. For those of you new, you get a late slip if you're tardy. I hate to do this, Sherry. Sherry, to the office, please. You're being paid. Sherry, to the office, please. You're being paid. You need a late slip for Miss Sherry. She is late. Does anyone have a girlfriend? Does anyone think the girlfriend was involved? Someone seems sketch. Yes. My heart can't go on. Love you, Miss Sherry. I've been in Lakeside twice, but for a nervous breakdown. I even called you beautiful. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I don't know about that, but you're very kind. Excuse me. All right. So here he was, I guess, kicked out a few times. And he was taken into custody for domestic vandalism. Search incident to arrest officer observed a silver grinder used for grinding marijuana in the left pocket of the jacket. Austin was charged with domestic vandalism and possession of drug paraphernalia and transported to JDC. On 3/1/12, a petition was signed by Roosevelt, Washington, Madison County Juvenile Court, charging that the defendant was delinquent and in need of treatment. He was in violation of a valid court order 2812 house attempt ankle monitor violations. The monitoring system reported multiple violations of Austin leaving his permitted zone. Okay, that's very interesting. So we've heard that there was a GPS involved with finding the victims, right? In the beginning, everyone thought it was Matthew, but it didn't seem Matthew actually had anything like that on him that I'm aware of now. And so Austin Drummond was found to be violating his ankle bracelet in the past. Is this what helped find him now? Right? How do you gift a membership? Do you have an iPhone or not? You guys don't even know if he did it. He's just being charged. He ran. He ran. Usually innocent people don't run. Usually innocent people don't run. Right. And are walking around town with a pew-pew. With a pew-pew. And he's been found guilty every single time that he's ever went to jail in the past. So he gets no sympathy here from me. You can think what you want. I'm not here to change anybody's mind. I'm just here to provide the information. But we are for the victims here. We are always 100% for the victims here. And that's the way it will remain. The victims' lives matter. And so does that baby. And so do the surviving family members. That's what matters. Not this junkie who has made a choice to not only to make the decision to destroy his own life, but the sad thing is many times when you destroy your own life, you destroy so many others around you. So, do I think he did it? 1 billion %. 1 billion %. 1 billion %. And I stand with the victims. I stand with the family. You can stand for Austin or whatever. But there's not an ice cube chance in hell that I would ever think Austin Drummond didn't do something like this. Ever. So there's that. Here in 2009, he was shoplifting some deodorant and hair scrub and all of that. Burglary and evading arrest. Defendant reported that he was kicked out of Northside High School in November of 2011. He said he completed the 10th grade. A document report shows that the defendant was in the 11th grade at NSHS. The report also showed that the defendant had never had an IEP, individual education plan, and had no educational disability. An evaluation included in defendant's juvenile records. He's always been trouble. He's always been trouble. That is just what he's always been. Always been trouble. 1,000%. Okay. I can't read these affidavits. They're so blurry. I need to get a new copy of them, I guess. All right. Look at this. This is a good interview right here. Check this out. Credit goes to Fox 13. Where were his parents? You know, that's a good question. I believe his mom and dad are separated. And you know, his parents look like good people, but looks can, you know, we don't know. We don't know.
An accused mass murderer is over. Thank you for joining us at 5. I'm Daryl Green.
And I'm Darcy Thomas. Fox 13 was the only Memphis station with the reporter live in Jackson, Tennessee this morning as U.S. Marshals captured Austin Drummond in a wooded neighborhood.
Drummond is accused of killing 4 members of a family and abandoning an infant in Dyer County 1 week ago today. Fox 13 continues our live team coverage tonight. We begin with Fox 13 Sheila O'Connor. She took Good Morning Memphis viewers along as she followed investigators during the final hours of the search and the news of Drummond's capture.
Has anyone seen our Cement Guy? Has anyone seen Cement Guy? Cement Guy, if you're watching this, hello, good to see you. One of our subscribers was right there where Austin Drummond was being arrested the other day. He works right there. And the day Austin Drummond was arrested, as soon as I heard about it, Ready Mix guy. He showed us a video. If you missed that, go to our video the morning Austin Drummond was arrested, the first day. And he shows us. It's very, very interesting.
Now, she's going to walk you through the moments that agents zeroed in on Drummond. She also speaks to a man who spotted him and called 911. This is an interview that you will only see on Fox 13.
This Tuesday morning was anything but normal for John Stickoner.
Walked back down to the greenhouse and the back door is wide open. I don't leave it open.
Stickoner does maintenance work for the people who own this home on Wynwood Drive in Jackson. His friends and neighbors have been on high alert since accused killer Austin Drummond was seen Sunday night at a church 1 mile from the neighborhood.
I was doing a check because I knew he was so close, just making sure there wasn't no glass broke on the window.
Amen, Becca.
Doors kicked,
Amen.
anything like that.
This wooded area behind me is where Austin Drummond.
Life is about decisions, right? It's about our intent. There are some things that we can't control, right? But we can control our attitude, our perception. One of the very, I have it with me always. It's about Wore the Hell Out. But one of my favorite books is Attitude is Everything. It changed my life. It changed my life. And it's by Jeff Keller. It's hard to find book, but it truly is amazing. It's about attitude.
When it was captured, the man who called 911 told me as soon as he got off the phone with police, they were here by this home within minutes.
Just, well, it caught me off guard. Like there wouldn't be anybody else walking down in there, you know, that early in the morning or actually any time of the day.
In a couple of agent cars. I was the only Memphis reporter in Jackson as the search for Drummond intensified. Agents started the morning searching the woods by Cornerstone Community Church, the last place Drummond was seen. By 8:30 in the morning, agents sped away from the church. Jackson police officers blocked the entrance to...
Absolutely. Absolutely. Parents are not always the reason kids go bad. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Someone said it a moment ago, you can have kids that raised up in the same household. You know, one can become a pastor or a doctor and the other one can be, you know, a felon multiple times over, right? A violent felon specifically.
Several neighborhoods armed with what appeared to be assault rifles. Stickoner says he spotted Drummond around 9 a.m. and he was arrested by 9:15.
As soon as they got here, 4 or 5 of them pulled up and instantly I told them where they were or where I seen them and they took off down into the ravine.
What did he look like when you saw him?
I didn't get that close to him. All I saw was him walking down the ravine.
Was he armed?
I didn't see anything in his hands.
Stickoner and so many in Jackson and across West Tennessee now thankful a dangerous man is no longer on the streets. In Jackson, Tennessee, Sheila O'Connor, Fox 13 News.
Didn't his parents bail him out for attempted murder? No, he had the attempted murder in, why is that freezing? He had the attempted murder on what was it? In prison. We are all responsible for our choices, good, bad, or horrible. Yes. And listen, not everyone makes good decisions all the time. Has the parent spoken out since they written the letter? Not that I'm aware of. Right?
Released was spent at a state prison in Lake County. And from there, he reportedly posted pictures that paint a lifestyle you might not expect.
You don't expect this. Our chief investigator, Jessica Gertler, shows you the pictures we found and presses for answers.
This video reportedly posted to Austin Drummond's Facebook page showing him playing video games while serving his sentence for an armed robbery at the Northwest Correctional Complex in Lake County, Tennessee. WREG investigators also found multiple photos posted to that same page revealing a comfortable life while he was reportedly housed in state prison. These pictures show him with multiple cell phones. And these photos, you can see a TV streaming device, a handheld video game system, and shelves stocked with food. This picture, take a look, shows him flashing a nice bottle of liquor with the caption, "Chirac, almost home, living it up till I get there." It was posted November 2023, 10 months before he was released. We asked the Tennessee Department of Corrections if it's seen the photos, what action was taken, and how often do they conduct sweeps at that prison. All TDOC would say, when an inmate is in violation of policy, they are disciplined. A TBI background report we uncovered states Drummond was charged 4 times with contraband into a penal facility, as well as unlawful telecommunication devices in a penal facility. The Lake County District Attorney.
So he was released from the Department of Corrections. Once that happens, he had these new charges pending from where it occurred inside the prison. But once that happens and he's released, it's no different than anyone else who's on the street.
It's unclear how Drummond reportedly got the contraband into the state prison. The DA did say he was in a romantic relationship with a close relative of one of the 4 victims he's now accused of killing. That girlfriend, according to a state HR file, was at one point a corrections officer at the same prison
Than anyone else who's on the street.
It's unclear how Drummond reportedly got the contraband into the state prison. The DA did say he was in a romantic relationship with a close relative of one of the 4 victims.
And listen, if Caitlin knew about that, and if she was allowing the contraband or assisting with the contraband in the prison, and they can prove that, then in my opinion, if they can prove all of that and she did indeed do it, then she should be charged, in my opinion. Right? But I mean, Austin was also allegedly known for dropping rugs in another prison in East Tennessee, from what I understand. And so I don't know if they knew someone there at the prison or whatever, but they need to figure it out. And this is what I don't understand. These correctional officers, yes, Enema Bear, we just read that. I just read it to him just a little bit ago. These correctional officers see what Austin had in his cell. Why did they allow that in his cell? He was in a maximum security prison, right? Why was he allowed to have it because of Caitlin? Right? Who was over all of this at the time? Why is this man having television, phones, all of this. Now, he did get in trouble eventually, but still, it seems like he had this for quite a while. They do roll call 3 times a day too, but CO could have been threatened. Yeah. I mean, anything is possible, right? Truth is all inmates living like Austin. I don't think so. I don't think so. But, you know, in March of 2024, I can't remember the one, but was arrested for the drone and the rugs and all that. And we figured that out on this channel here. I found an old news clip one day. Nobody was talking about it. And I was like, this is how it's all working out. Flaunting it. Yeah. Flaunting it all on social media. It's like, what are you doing? He was there way longer than Caitlin working there. Yes. Yeah. He was. And I mean, I don't think he had it as good than when she was there. Well, and that's just it. Most prisons in the United States are private as well, and they want to keep their stockholders happy as well, right? It's crazy. 1 second, I'm getting something. Yeah, Caitlin supposedly called police when she realized and pled for help for her niece and sister to be found, as they were just missing at the time before her post was taken down off Facebook. Now, my question is, when she realized they were missing, right? When she realized that her family was missing, did she not get this feeling about who could be involved? Right? Hey, Ashley, good to see you, honey. Mods, did y'all drop the iPhone link on? Having alcohol in a maximum security prison is crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's all crazy. I'm sure. Oh, by the way, did y'all? So there's some Jeffrey Epstein stuff rolling out right now. Did y'all see when the night Jeffrey Epstein died? There's in the documents now, there's a shadowy figure walking up the prison stairs when Jeffrey Epstein was, in my opinion, unalived. It's getting crazy. I used to cover that a lot. That was crazy.
Now accused of killing. That girlfriend, according to a state HR file, was at one point a corrections officer at the same prison while Drummond was incarcerated. The file makes no mention of any reported relationship, though. The only disciplinary issue listed is what led to her firing last October for not showing up to work.
And we've submitted more records requests as we continue to push for answers and dig deeper. Of course, we'll let you know what we find out. Investigating for News Leader Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate ya. Okay. Caretaker who found suspected mass unaliver Austin Drummond hiding in pool. I don't think we didn't see this one. What he says here. This is very interesting. Nancy Grace, they said, did one. I might do
As
one.
I came up to the pool house, I sensed something was off, and that's when I encountered the...
He sensed something was off. Shut up. Her ex-husband just died? Her ex-husband just died? That's Reba McEntire's stepson. Right. That's Narvel's son. Wow. She has. And it's her ex-husband that was sick. Yeah, he made her life fucking hell. I was just listening to her song when she was like, A, B, C, D, F, you and your dad. That song, it was good. He had cancer? That's right. Well, I didn't know he had cancer, but I know she said he was sick, and she actually went to take care of him recently. She just canceled her Vegas events because he was ill to be there for their children. That's really sad, man. He was so young. Kelly is a very good, down-to-earth person. Yes. Very down-to-earth. Yeah. I believe his dad to Reba also. Yeah, his dad, Reba divorced her ex as well. If you need to know about Dolly Parton or Reba McEntire, just ask me. I can tell you everything. They're my gals. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you right here. Actually, listen to the police talk about what
scared everybody's been with him being in the neighborhoods and everything. Just, it's relieving.
It's a really good feeling. We had a lot of help. Our command staff was wonderful, and the other agencies that assisted were as well. If it wasn't, like I said, the chief said, if it wasn't for the community, the tips, the help, the sightings, it all just came together. We were in the right place at the right time. There's a lot of adrenaline. There's a lot going on.
That kind of solidified that we have to get him right now. I mean, we can't let him get away again, especially with how scared everybody's been with him being in the neighborhoods and everything. Just, it's relieving.
It's a really good feeling. We had a lot of help. Our command staff was wonderful, and the other agencies that assisted were as well. If it wasn't, like I said, the chief said, if it wasn't for the community, the tips, the help, the sightings, it all just came together. We were in the right place at the right time. There's a lot of adrenaline. There's a lot going on.
That kind of solidified that we have to get him right now. I mean, we can't let him get away again, especially with how scared everybody's been with him being in the neighborhoods and everything. Just, it's relieving.
It's a really good feeling. We had a lot of help. Our command staff was wonderful, and the other agencies.
Did someone say something crazy or something? Post said her stomach was in knots. She knew. Yeah. Someone said something bad or something. He didn't do it. Gang member watched him watch for a payback. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Justin, I was reading about a case in Oklahoma where the mother sold her daughter for rugs. Yeah. Which is a very rare thing, and they normally catch it pretty quick. What is this? by the way, guys, I'm not saying this is affiliated, so don't take this. But I was looking up Austin Drummond stuff the other day, and this woman says, "This is the title that the man gave me in Memphis who scammed me out of $7,000 and license plates. I was told his name is Austin Drummond, who sold a stolen SUV. The man whose name on the fake title is connected somehow." Where's the name on the title? I don't see a name. Oh, James. I guess it's some type of scam. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I really don't. But here's Caitlin and Austin. Look at this. Caitlin and Austin. Very sad, man. Did the 4 people before he dropped the baby off or after? I think the people were unalived and then the baby was dropped off, from what I understand. Oh, really, Jersey Lady? Are they some type of car company? So, Denise, we originally thought it was 5 days before, but she had posted those pictures 5 days before the killings. And she said, I just had time to post all of these pictures from our trip from Gatlinburg. So I'm assuming it was rather recent, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it was 5 days before. However, the address that Austin Drummond gave in court today, where he was living at, is the same address that Caitlin was living at currently. So if that tells you anything, that's a little interesting, right? Let me see here. Poor thing. This poor family, man. Look at these. Look at these. Oh, thank you, Miss Matt Matheny. Thank you, love. I do appreciate you gifting a pearl necklace. How you doing? Thank you so much, my dear. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you thank our Miss Matt Matheny. Thank you so much, dear. Look at this, y'all. This. Hey, Austin, this is Jonathan. Where you at right now, everybody? He said, you in Beach Bluff area. How far is Beach Bluff area from where he was found? Curious. And he says, Monday, 1:32. Yeah, sure. Do you need a ride? Monday at 9:11 p.m. MF, that was 3 days ago. You in the Union area? My bad, I was nervous. So you're by Union University, right? Could you send me the exact location? Exact location? Question mark, question mark. Bro, I don't know. I'm between a rock and a hard place right now. Well, it looks like you're about to be between Big Bubba and a hard place. for the rest of your miserable life. Good luck, stupid. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a joke. Right. The punchline is at the very end. Right. So there's that. What did I see you say? I don't know what it is. The other, yeah, it's fake. Yeah, that's fake. The punchline is being behind Big Bubba. He might as well get used to Big Bubba. Beach Bluff is east of Jackson. Okay. Well, at the beginning when this was going on, we wasn't sure if this was real or not, because this is the only thing that was out. And then they made this. So there's that. So yeah, it's been a very interesting day in the Austin Drummond case. A lot of information has came out, and he's not getting out any ever that I'm aware of. I will be live on Jaden here in just a little bit. Hopefully we're going to be getting some new information on Jaden. You know, there's that. All right, guys. Thank you. Justin knows I flip the bird quite often. Only for good reasons, though. I see you. Only for good reasons. Only for good reasons. All right, guys. Thank you all so much. Take good care of yourselves. I will be live again here in just a couple hour two. We're going to be talking about little Jaden Spicer. I don't know. My notifications are not going out. I have no idea. No clue. I don't know. It's weird. YouTube has been so weird the last couple weeks. So weird. I think it'll probably get split. Yeah. Well, I told it. I mean, I always I have, 3 different channels, and I'm subscribed to each of them. That way, when I go live, I know if I get a notification, probably everyone else got a notification, or most of you got a notification. I didn't get a notification today. So at least the booting stopped. Yeah. Yeah, that was frustrating. You was unsubscribed. People say that, whether it's so weird. It's so weird. All right, guys. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate you. Yeah, we're going to be live on little Spicer guy. Did y'all know that the current sitting vice president Vance, his grandparents lived on the road, from what I understand, where little Jaden Spicer lives. I found channels in my subs that I never sub to. I don't even know how that happens. Really. Justin, did you Stern is having issues in prison? Good. I hope he has a lot of issues in prison. Yeah. Yeah. And listen, if this doesn't get solved soon, and hopefully he's found and is safe, but if it doesn't, we're going to write the vice president of these United States. I know. and we found mom and all that, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Do appreciate you. Until next time, be good, be safe, enjoy your life. If I don't see you today, later on today, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet already, and click that notification bell. Much love.